partially applied backup policy to backup deployment 5 on this machine for this user. Warning details are, warning 1, the file that doesn't exist.txt was not found, ignoring this file for policy application. So this is a really good example of Pulse's self-healing capabilities. Policy was rolled out and published and then subscribed to by a bunch of deployments, but there was an issue applying the policy, so it was partially applied. And you can see that sort of architecture all throughout the Pulse product, where it will intelligently handle error conditions as much as it possibly can. Got some more questions here. From Bill Blunden, if you change the policy after the software has been pushed out to the client, does the updated policy get pushed out automatically? Absolutely, Bill. So this lets you control after deployment. Our competitors have what they call management frameworks, quote unquote, but you can't control anything once you've done your deployment. So once you've got 5,000 machines out there running a policy, you can't change those policies or change your selections. With Pulse, you absolutely can. Anthony Connor asks, it doesn't matter if they're on different operating systems. No, it doesn't, Anthony. Bob Ellison, is there any integration with Kaseya or ConnectWise planned for Pulse? Yes, Bob, there is. We're pushing Pulse as a better framework for backup management than anything else out there on the market. But if you do want to integrate it with other frameworks, then there's a whole integration module within Pulse that allows you to wire it up to other frameworks. It's something we'll be developing further. So Pulse has currently 3 action verbs associated with it, and that is deploy, report, control. And there will be a 4th, which is integrate. So Pulse will be about deploy, report, control, integrate. Jay Peterson says, how does this roll out to different platforms, Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix? So Jay, you've got to have SOS runs all its central technology through Windows OSs. So you've got to manage your other devices, your Mac and your Linux and Unix through those Windows devices. That's the only caveat there, but otherwise you can connect it all up to Pulse. Dennis Solis says, when it backs up data, does it just back up the files that have changed? For example, if the user is backing up the C drive, is it just the changed files? So Dennis, we do what we call 2-step delta backup. The first delta we do is we find the files that have changed, and we only work with the files that have changed. And then the second level of deltering is actually binary differential compression, where we will extract just the binary difference within that file that's changed. So we only work with the files that's changed, and then we only work with the bytes inside that file that have actually changed, making the incremental backup extremely fast. John Campbell, so to do the backup on the fly, would it be simple as right-clicking on the file and selecting backup now? John, it's that simple. Jay Madron says, does it do delta backups? I think we just answered that one. Okay, all right. So going back to the presentation, I think that's the core value proposition of Pulse. I'll just make sure I've hit all of my points. So let's have a look. So this is where the Pulse framework fits into our world as central deployment, control, and reporting and monitoring, silent installation, default settings, remote diagnostics, policy creation and management, exception reports, backup session reports. I think we discussed all of that. All right. So Pulse use cases mainly for VARs, supporting multiple client sites. That's perfect. And also for system administrators managing large networks. So those are really the 2 major audiences that Pulse serves. Okay, so for those of you who are not yet SOS partners, let's talk about becoming an SOS partner. So why partner with SOS? And the answer is, frankly, because there's nobody who does online backup partnering like us. There's a lot of pretenders in the market, and I really challenge you to find somebody with a better technology platform and more partner support. They don't exist. Our entire business is serving the channel. So our entire company is geared up towards serving the channel, whether that's our infrastructure, our product and software, our billing solutions, our marketing support, our sales support, our training, or our tech support. So over on our website again, if I look here and we look at the overview for resellers, the SOS 360-degree partner solution really is, the 360 degrees is meant to denote that it's completely comprehensive. So infrastructure, we've got the global infrastructure you need. If you need a data center in Canada, well, we've got one in Canada. If you need one in Europe, we've got one in Europe. We've got 5 in the United States. We've got data centers in Asia. Our software, we rebrand all of our software so we can give you a fully white-labeled product, whether you need iPhone, BlackBerry, PC, web, mobile, portal, or Pulse. We can rebrand every piece of our technology for you. Billing solutions, we've got 3 different billing solutions where we can give you the e-commerce platform. You can bill, or you can bill yourself, or you can integrate directly with our e-commerce service through our billing APIs. Marketing, we're going to look at the Partner Resource Center. Sort of the question we had earlier in the presentation, is there marketing support? I think we've got probably the best marketing support available to partners. And then similarly, our sales organization, we've got quite a unique sales organization which is set up for our sales reps, who we call partner specialists, to work with partners after you've become a partner to sell to your customers. So whenever you've got an opportunity, you bring in our consultant as your backup expert to help you close that opportunity, because this is what they do all day long. They know a lot about online backup, and they're an extremely valuable resource for you. Now, we're the only sales organization I know of who's set up that way, so that our reps are then incented and geared toward helping you and making certain you're successful. Marketing support. Let's take a look at our Partner Resource Center, which is an online tool filled with all sorts of sales and marketing tools, whether it's email templates. There's a full ebook on online backup pricing, so guidelines on, depending on which horizontal market you're serving or which particular vertical you're targeting, the best and most competitive pricing to use. Sales presentation templates, so different versions of sales presentation tools that we've got, which we have rebranded or unbranded for your use. Disaster recovery plan template. This is a great resource. It's a 40-page ITIL compliant DR design and plan. So when you're dealing with your customers and you're positioning your online backup service as a very high-value, fully managed business data protection service, part of that is delivering them a comprehensive data protection design and plan, and that's what this document does. We've got some partners who sell this document to their clients for $500 or $1,000 just for selling the plan, and all they've done is changed a few fields in our template. Proposal templates, online backup sales guide, which this is a great resource. It's a 14-page ebook which distills all the best practices that we've extracted from our 1,000 partners over 10 years, which really helps walk you through how to generate interest, how to drive leads, how to create opportunities and close them. So there are tools available to you at SOS, things like we will run webinars for you. So you can talk to Damon Morris, head of our account management team, about this. You probably all know Damon if you're an existing partner. But if you can get 10 people to attend a webinar, we'll host the webinar for you in your brand to help drive interest in your online backup service for you. That's just one example of the sorts of support and offerings that we give to our partners. Product and technical training, we've got rich training resources available to you, a whole bunch of video trainings that are all in the Partner Resource Center, but there's also the dynamic training that happen every day via webinars that we do. 3 types of training: support training, technical training, and sales training. So depending on which staff in your organization need to be trained on different aspects of selling your online backup solution, there's a training course for you. And then support. Nobody's got support like us. You've got a dedicated support consultant who works for you out of our care organization. And in fact, I think that's really worth highlighting. One of our partner specialists here, Lynn Weber, always talks about the fact that when you become an SOS partner, you've got a minimum of 4 people dedicated to you. So you've got your partner specialist who you work with to become an SOS partner. You've got your account manager who manages the health of your partnership with SOS throughout the life cycle of your relationship with SOS. You've got your partner delivery consultant. So we've got our PDT team is a team of staff who do nothing other than basically deliver you to the market. So you become an SOS partner, and then over the next week or so we'll get you delivered, and our PDT team works with you. And then you've got your support consultant who's dedicated to you. Now, in terms of how partners succeed selling on SOS's technology, by business need, these are some of the markets that our partners sell to: general disaster recovery, laptop fleet protection, branch office protection, server backup, whether it's email servers, app servers, or database servers, then remote data access, and then verticals. Somebody asked about HIP earlier in the presentation. HIP is a very rich vertical. We've got partners who are selling online backup for $50 per gigabyte per year. Just think about that, $50 per gigabyte per year, which is tremendous margin. 100 gigabyte account for $5,000 into the medical sector, so it's an extremely rich vertical. Similarly, financial services, legal, government, and education are all very strong verticals with extremely healthy margins. All right, so this is just a case study of one of our more successful partners. And I just want to draw your attention to the sort of margin that you can make with online backup. It's unlike any other service, and you can't make this margin with our competition. So we won't be beaten on price. We've got solutions that start as low as $250 a month if you want to get into the business fast. And then we've got some partners who pay us $1 million a year. So we've obviously got a very scalable partnership program. And our standard package is a 1 terabyte package. It's the most common package that people come in and buy a terabyte in our cloud. And here's an example of a partner who's done that and built a business where, if you draw your attention to the bottom right-hand corner, bringing in $70,800 worth of revenue annually. Well, this is, I mean, he hasn't collected all of that yet because he's written these are the deals he's written. His cost on that is only $12,566. He's making $58,000 profit margin. So 82% gross margin sold. Now, the way he's being so successful is following the guidelines that we've got in our Partner Resource Center. So positioning this as a very high-value business service to your customers, which is comprehensive data protection, not selling it per gigabyte. We strongly recommend that you don't sell online backup per gigabyte. It makes it too easy. Commoditize the product. We sell it to you per gigabyte, but when you position it to your customers, position it as just full business backup, full business protection. Comes with a comprehensive risk analysis, and you can use our vulnerability scanner software to analyze their environment. Comes with a comprehensive disaster recovery plan, which you can use our DDR plan template to build. And then it's full business, fully monitored backup. You can use Pulse to then provide monitoring on all of the PCs in that environment and make certain they're all backing up, and provide Pulse to give them reports. So SOS automates everything for you and allows you to then sell at an extremely high margin to your customers. And picking a few price points, the $500 a month for a small business is a pretty good price point to provide full business protection. So they might have 10, 15 PCs, $500 a month gets them all their data backed up. That's the way we see the greatest success. But if you're interested in learning more about that, call in and talk to a partner specialist and maybe get some of the items out of the Partner Resource Center to see what's in there. We've seen some of these examples on this slide of rebranding. This is our vulnerability scanner, which is a very cool sales and marketing tool. You brand it like this, and it scans the machine it's running on, tells you how much data is at risk of being lost. We talked about the team dedicated to you. All right, so why partner with SOS? Well, our technology is second to none. Our price point can't be beaten, both for your customers and for you. Our delivery and support infrastructure is truly outstanding, particularly the support that we provide to you after you become a partner. We had a lot of partners who come to us and say, I was a Mozy partner, or, and after I became a partner, I never heard from them, except when my bill was due. Well, that's not what it's like at SOS. If you're an SOS partner, you're attending training that's going on all the time. You've got your account management team who are working with you to be successful. You're dealing with your partner specialist who's helping you sell to your customers or running your webinars for you. We've really learned over the years that it's that post-partnership support that makes the difference in a partner succeeding and failing. At the end of the day, it's because we can help you drive high-margin, recurring revenue on the product you sell. And that's what this is really all about. So it's better backup at a better price for your customers in a better business for you with high-margin, ongoing, recurring revenue. Alrighty, well, that brings us to the end of the presentation. So we've got a few minutes here for Q&A. If there are any questions I missed, please re-ask them, because there's a lot of questions here.